All units of cosmic energy are in primary revolution, are engaged in the execution of the mission while swinging around a universal orbit. Absolutely nothing is stationary in all the master universe. Space is, from the human viewpoint, nothing negative. It exists only as related positive and non-spatial. Space is, however, real. It contains and conditions motion. It even moves. Space motions may be roughly classified as follows. 1. Primary motion, space respiration, the motion of space itself. 2. Secondary motion, the alternate directional swings of the successive space levels. 3. Relative motions, relative in the sense that they are not evaluated with the center as base point. Primary and secondary motions are absolute. Motion in relation to unmoving paradise. 4. Compensatory or correlating movement designed to coordinate all other motions. Present relationship of the Sun and its associated planets, while disclosing many relative and absolute motions in space, tends to convey the impression to astronomic observers that you are comparatively stationary in space and that the surrounding starry clusters and streams are engaged in outward flight at ever increasing velocities as your calculations proceed outward in space. But such is not the case. You fail to recognize the present outward and uniform expansion of the physical creations of all perverted space. Your own local creation participates in this movement of universal outward expansion. The entire 7 superuniverses participate in the 2 billion-year cycles of space respiration, along with the outer regions of the master universe. When the universes expand and contract, the material masses in pervaded space alternately move against and with the pull of paradise gravity. The work that is done in moving the material energy mass of creation is space work, but not power energy work. Although your spectroscopic estimations of astronomic velocities are fairly reliable, when applied to the starry realms belonging to your superuniverse and its associate superuniverses, such reckonings with reference to the realms of outer space are wholly unreliable. Spectral lines are displaced from the normal toward the violet by an approaching star. Likewise, these lines are displaced towards the red by a receding star. Many influences interpose to make it appear that the recessional velocity of the external universes increases at the rate of more than 100 miles a second for every million light years increasing distance. By this method of reckoning, subsequent to the perfection of more powerful telescopes, it will appear that these far distant systems are in flight from this part of the universe at the unbelievable rate of more than 30,000 miles a second. But this apparent speed of recession is not real. It results from numerous factors of error embracing angles of observation and other time-space distortions. But the greatest of all such distortions arises because the vast universes of outer space in the realms next to the domains of the seven superuniverses seem to be revolving in a direction opposite to that of the grand universe. That is, these myriads of nebulae and their accompanying suns and spheres are at present revolving clockwise about the central creation. The seven superuniverses revolve about paradise in a counterclockwise direction. It appears that the second outer universe of galaxies, like the seven superuniverses, revolves counterclockwise about paradise. And the astronomical observers of the universe think they detect evidence of revolutionary movements in a third outer belt of far distant space, which are beginning to exhibit directional tendencies of a clockwise nature. It is probable that these alternate directions of successive space precessions of the universes have something to do with the intramaster universe gravity technique of the universal absolute, which consists of a coordination of forces and an equalization of space tensions. Motion, as well as space, is a complement or equilibrium of gravity.